All right, here we go. Big Bucket Chicken, episode 3.6. Kevin McClure here, Big L. And wait, oh god, oh, all right, we almost lost Skype again. Skype's been acting real fucked up tonight, but I think we got it this time. So last week we recorded a very short episode, and for Kevin had family shit, so we had to cut it short. Kylie was having literally a meltdown, and is it over? Is the meltdown? Is everything fine now?
Lou, I think the word that you need to use for this would be crisis. It was a crisis. Yes. Yeah, the crisis is over, so we're good. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. That's why we're having the show. And so Kevin has a few things he wants to talk about. I want to talk about something, and I'm trying to
Real quick, before you do that, though, not a big turnout last week.
No, we didn't get a lot of views. We got like 15 views.
Not a big turnout. So everybody that skipped the show last week, I guess it rained a lot. I have no idea. That affects computers. All the people who didn't watch it, that usually watch it, well, fuck you. But I do hope you watch this week's show just to make up for it. Maybe you feel bad. Hopefully you'll come back.
Yeah, hopefully you feel real bad. You fucking... But everyone who did watch it, I will have
all
sex
16
with
of you. I love you.
I will have sex with them if those are not relatives. Just want to throw that out there. As long as we're
Thank
not
you.
blood...
Thank you for that asterisk right there, because that was definitely needed. Because there was definitely a few cousins that actually would have fucking right it there was like, I don't think so. I'm out. They would have hit the stop button right there.
Oh yeah, you know what I wanted to say real quick before I started the show? So last Sunday, we didn't record. We recorded last Monday, that short episode. So it's Sunday, I had to go to a wedding. It's my cousin's wedding. And quite a few people, like 2 people, said they watched the show. Like they actually watched it and liked it a lot. So... there are people out there who watch it, and I just feel like they don't comment or, they're not involved in, social media as much.
Which is fun. I feel like kind of like my personality, too. I don't want to be, overly excited about something. I just want to do it and, not be bothered by it. So I think that's cool, that we have that, kind of thing going. But also I wanted to mention, I know we always talk about Facebook and how shitty it is, even though
wait, whoa. Let me talk about my bullshit, and then we'll go into your Facebook thing, because I want you to bloom like a lotus flower. I want you to really open up about it.
First, I forgot that you had said you have things to talk about, but wait, I'm going to say something first. All right, go ahead.
No, but you know what my topic is, so here's my topic. And if you're flying on a plane soon, and you love to travel, I'm not trying to discourage you. This is obviously based on my nonsense fear. And anyone who is afraid of flying, has this crazy bullshit fear, will relate to this. I think you'll enjoy it. So I just read an article. I'm sure it's on Facebook, so I'm sure people will see the Malaysian flight from 2014 that disappeared in the ocean. Not the one that got shot down over Russia. The one that just they think was a terrorist attack or whatever it was. Turns out all the evidence is pointing to the fact that it just glided into the ocean. They use that euphemism it just nicely, slowly, at 500 miles an hour, glided into the water like a brick fucking wall. And everyone died instantly. Or drowned, which is worse. So, for me, in my brain, being a person who, I flew in a plane last year. I went to Las Vegas, which we will not mention any further. And I did it. I fucking did it. But that's the kind of crazy... It's not like I'm afraid... oh my god, how selfish am I? The universe is plotting against me, and my one time on a plane, the plane's gonna go down. But the mechanical aspect of it is bananas to me. Anyone who's obsessed with planes or plane crashes or flight problems has watched some of the NTSB documentaries online and understands that every time they figure it out, it's literally they're well, it was this piece right here. This piece had snapped here, causing a catastrophic chain reaction, which caused the tail rudder to invert at 90 degrees, causing the plane to nosedive at 700 miles per hour, killing everyone on impact. I'm yeah. But this one's even worse for me. Planes flying great, everyone's, oh my god, we're going, and the pilot's you know what? Fuck that bitch. She dumped me. I'm diving into the ocean and taking everyone with me. And what do you do at that point? It's not you're knocking on the door Captain, I noticed that we're pretty much inverted right now, and I don't know if you know anything about aerodynamics, but that's not supposed to help. What do you do?
You know what I was just thinking of, too, is that, they always right before your flight, they always give you that little speech like, "Hi, everybody, welcome to Delta. It's nice to meet you." But they always say the last thing they always get, we all know that you have a choice when you choose to fly, and we thank you for choosing Delta. But I don't think anybody ever said like, I don't think that flight had the, we know you have a choice, but we don't need to fly with it. Thank you for choosing Malaysia Air. Yeah. Definitely all people were like roped into it. Like they had no fucking choice. There wasn't like 7 choices they had. Like to get to where they needed to go, it was definitely that one fucking airline. Like Malaysia Air was the only one available, and they're like, fuck it, book it. Yeah, it's $75 round trip. Fucking do it.
Like, well, in Malaysia, it's either Malaysian Airlines or like Ping's airline. Like it's just like Ping's airplanes. Like I get you 50% of the way, and then it's on you. Like you sail. But not to get
their slogan is just like good luck.
So like so that's the whole thing. The whole thing about the fear is it's the out of control. And everyone tells me the same thing. Lou, it's the safest way to travel, and it is. Like I read, a person like me reads all the statistics. There's like 5,000 plane crashes a year. 95% of them are survivable. It's like something happens on takeoff or landing, and it's fine. But the 5%, if you really like have that, like me, like what about that 5%? It's just a nightmare. It's just like what happened to the? Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! There's color photos. Like I can't.
I guess I see what you're saying. As far as choosing to be in a vehicle like a car or a bus or something along those lines, even in like a train, I guess, because a plane is like, we're going down.
Yeah.
We're crashing.
Yeah.
20 minutes from now, like it's like a training car, and no one's like giving you that announcement like we're not gonna make it. Like there's no, it's just like boom, you're done. Like a
well, I mean, in a car, obviously, if I'm driving or if I'm in the car with you and you're driving, you might see it for the split second. You might lose control. It could happen. I mean, people die in cars. Like thousands of people die every year. I get it, but I'd much rather my tire blow out or I lose control in the rain and hit the divider at ground level. It's the whole, like for me, it's a height thing. I think it's heights. I don't like heights. I don't like the idea of 40,000 feet of negative space between my feet. Like, that's the sensation I kept having on the plane. Like, the sensation when, like, you're up high and you kind of feel like that, like, whoa. Like, I felt like that for, like, 5 hours. So it's, like, pretty daunting. And like I said, I don't want to discourage anyone from flying. A lot of our friends travel a lot, and they fly, and they're fine. But, like, I'm the person, like, you ever think about, like, who was traveling like they did in the 19th century? And it's like, I am. I went online the other day, and there's cruises to Europe. They still do that. Like, if you want, instead of flying to Europe, you can get in a boat. And, like, that's how they advertise it. It's like, travel like the ancestors. Like, it's...
I always kind of pictured you as the type of guy that would, like, travel in a personal helicopter. But it's not like a real helicopter. It's just a seat with, like, a fucking propeller. And you got, like, a weird helmet on. And you're, like, smoking a cigar. And you're, like, and you have, like, the buttons, like, you're controlling it. Like, I feel like that would be you. Like, all right, see you in 3 hours, asshole. Like that would be you, like in your pogo helicopter.
Yeah. Like the guy from Mad Max, just like in his gyrocopter. Like just a chair in the sky.
Case, like throw it on the ground and like it just like activates.
But yeah, if I did have my own gyrocopter, of course I'd have Molotov cocktails on board at all times. Like, what's that? A UPS truck? Not today, motherfucker.
So I was. So a couple of shows ago, I was talking about like useless Marvel characters. Remember I was talking about Cypher, how like his power was to read any language and like he's useless in a battle. So I wanted to bring up another character. I don't know if you're aware of this guy. His name is the SLUGG. Okay, he's the SLUGG is a mobster from Miami, and his power is he weighs over 1,000 pounds, and he cannot walk. So he needs like a tractor to like move him. So he has like tank treads under him to like move him. He's this big pile of flesh with this like little white like thing like hair with sunglasses. And his power is that he's fat. Literally, that's his power. And it's not like the Blob where it's like nothing can move me. It's more like no, he's just fat. That's it. So his power is that. So, like, he's a mobster, right? So if someone, like, fucks up, They'll like bring him over. They're like, "You failed me, you piece of shit." So they like throw him at the slug, and he'll suffocate them with his fat. Like literally, like he'll take them and go. like that's literally what he does. And like every scene he's in a comic book, he's eating. Like he has like they just throw garbage food at him. Like he's like fries and hamburgers into his fat face. Like literally, this is a oh no, I forgot. Another part of it is that he's so fat that a power that's attributed to him is that he can float. Like he can float in water. That's like his power.
Like a ship.
Like that he can do. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's another amazing Marvel character. And if you want to put up a photo of him, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's literally a fat man sitting on like 7 pillows, like just cannot move, and he runs like the Miami drug cartel.
That's a Marvel character I can get behind though. It's like you fuck up and you get noogied to death. Like yes, I can't breathe. I know. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Like putting it like as a fat person, you can like put if you can like fit a whole head under here. It's like yeah.
You can find it on Google, which I'm sure you can. There are scenes where like there's like just legs sticking out of his stomach, like because they're like getting like crushed. So you got to find that. It's hilarious. It's like some of these Marvel characters are amazing. So another thing I wanted to say is, I know we've been talking about Facebook a lot.
Yeah, but talk about this. This is good. This is why we talk about it.
All right. So the other thing is, so one of my cousins, he just wrote today on his Facebook, my goal is to get 100 likes. That's it. Like no, like I'm ice bucket challenge. No, like breast cancer awareness. No, like feed the children. No, save France. Donald Trump's a piece of shit. Like fund. I just want 100 likes. You know what he's up to right now? This was 6 hours ago. He's up to 90 likes. So literally, people are like, I can get behind this. Yeah. I can get behind this. So I think what I'm gonna do next week is I'm gonna pretend like I fucked up. I'm gonna say like on Facebook like I fell on my bike and I skinned my knee. I need 100 likes for my knee to heal fully. Please help me and see what happens. Because if he can get 90 likes just from saying my goal is to get 100 likes, there's no way that I won't get like 200, 300 just because I skinned my knee falling off my bike.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? That's the depths of like self-serving arrogance. Like I have a goal, and that is for you to like me because I'm awesome. Show me attention, social media. Bring it to me. Pour it over me like hot maple syrup. And just for no reason. Like, I want 100 likes, and people are just like, whatever. I'll like you, and then I'll go back to jerking off. Like, fuck yourself.
But is it more of like, I can get behind something like this? Like, yes, I will like this.
Well, you know what? Here's how
it's a choice. You don't have to do it. But but that's what I kind of feel like the same way with all the political memes and all this other bullshit that goes on Facebook. It's like as soon as like you see something where someone else is doing it, it's like, yeah, I got to do it now too. Like that's kind of like the way I attribute it. Like that people saw that and were like, oh my god, he's up to 30 likes. I got to keep this going. Like I want to see him reach his goal. If he doesn't reach his goal, I don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly, I don't know what's going to happen. But now the dark side of this, and we've talked about this before, and I'm sure a lot of people are sucked into it, and a lot of people like us probably hate it. But I watched a video the other day. It's a short video. It's like 15 seconds, and it literally is a dying child in a bed with IVs in its neck, like the IV in its nose. It's bald. It's clearly dying of cancer, and it's the mother holding the cell phone in the kid's face, saying, "Tell them to pray for you. Tell them." And the kid's like crying, like, "Pray for me." And he's like, "Tell them again. Tell them to pray for you." He's like, "Pray for me." And like, yeah, that's horrible. That's fucking horrible. But that's the same thing. It's like we need likes and we need shares. Otherwise, I mean, you're gonna die anyway, Bobby. But the likes and shares will make me, who will survive you, feel better and know who to give thank you cards to and who not to. Like that's really fucking how crazy it is. Like
Well, that's great though. I mean, my cousin didn't even have to do anything like that, and he ended up getting 100 likes. Like, he didn't even have to put up a sick kid or anything like that. He didn't say anything he was in distress, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try saying I fell off my bike and skinned my knee, and I'm going to see what happens. I want 100 likes to recover fully.
Exactly. Jesus is waiting for your likes. If you don't get the likes, you don't get recovery.
I went to CVS and Band-Aids were sold out. I'll need your help, kids.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
Another thing I wanted to say about Facebook, this thing was circulating. I think I mentioned it to you the other day. So a few people that I know, and there's more probably that I don't know, but this is like the new thing circulating. It's the idea is to fill Facebook up with music, breaking up the cacophony of politics. The people who like this post will be given a letter of a musician, band, or artist and should post a video of this. I was given the letter D. D. This is one of my favorite songs by this artist. Love this song. So here's the thing. The people that are posting that were the people doing it in the first place. Yeah. So that's what I don't fucking get. Like, they were the ones posting all the bullshit. Now they're like, oh, but that's the thing, they don't even realize it. They just saw a new thing and they're like, they jumped on board it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what people are doing now? Fuck it, yeah. I like Aqualung by Jethro Tull, and here's Barbie Girl by Aqua. Like, it's hilarious, but they don't get it. Like, they're not. No one's thinking.
Yeah. Well, they hit the nail on the head. The people who aren't involved just aren't already involved, so it's fine. They just use Facebook to keep in touch with people and post their own original stuff if they have it. But like you said, that was exactly right. The people who are posting the "let's stop fighting about politics," the people who are fighting about fucking politics and like are trying to get you let's say like they post that and I post the political thing. It's like, Lou, we're trying to not do this right now. Tomorrow, right back to fuckery. But right now,
so I'll say right now, I'm gonna throw people on the bus right now. Okay,
I know who did it, but yeah, please throw people.
So someone posted that, and then their next post was about like Donald Trump, and I wrote, this isn't a song. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, where's my song? You went right back to doing what you just like. I don't fucking get it. Like, just think for a second. Jesus Christ. Like, you just said that you want to break up the politics, and then you literally went from that back to posting about politics.
Yeah.
It's all, like you said, it's all the people that were just posting about politics, and they're like, oh, people are posting this too? Yeah, I better share that too. Not realizing the people, this is about you. You're the one that's doing this. I don't fucking get it.
But isn't that the way the world works, Kev? The people who usually cause problems are the people who are complaining about those same problems. Like, someone, for example, again, I know I'm throwing anyone under the bus here saying anyone's name, but people who usually cause conflagration, drama, problems, negativity, are usually the ones claiming that it's being brought to them. Having a fight with someone via Facebook especially is retarded, but I see it all the time, especially, and this is going to make me sound like a sexist, because guys definitely do it too, but women are the heavyweight champions of just hating to hate, just like sitting around in a circle of whoever's not being talked shit about, sitting in that circle and just, we don't know the information, we don't have it, but we're going to assume the fuck out of whatever, like, I had this conversation just before with my sisters and my mother, like, them talking about like, one of their friends and their family issues and etc. And just like, well, this one is this, and this one's an asshole, and he's a real bitch, and how dare she not live with her kid? And it's like, well, do you know why she doesn't live there? Well, it's her kid. She should just. So the real answer is, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But instead of finding out what's happening, or doing I think the better thing is not finding out because it's not your fucking business. Let's sit here and just fester. Let's just become a cauldron of hate and stir that pot. Oh, that cunt. Oh, I hate her so much. Why? Because I have this much of the story and I filled in all the gaps with my own imagination. And fuck them for that.
I think every house should have a cauldron in their kitchen.
Yeah.
with a big wooden fucking spoon, always stirring up. What are you making? I don't know what I'm making, but it feels good to stir up all this shit in my kitchen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I have no idea why it's happening, but it feels so good to drink my soup.
Ready for me to rattle off the random things that were going through my head last 45 minutes?
Yes, please.
All right, ready? Number one, let's talk about Oreo Thins, please. Okay. As a person that likes junk food, and I know that you're on board with this as well.
On board.
What in the goddamn blue hell is Oreo Thins? Okay, because I know there's 100-calorie pack Oreos. I know there's like diet Oreos and shit like that. But this doesn't seem to be in that realm. This seems to be the more realm of, I want less frosting because it's bad. No! Fuck no! What's the best part of an Oreo?
The cookie.
Frosting, right?
No, the cookie.
Why would you want did you see the amount of frosting on this fucking Oreo Thin? Let's talk about that.
No.
First of all, they have double stuffed Oreos. I'm pretty sure somewhere they have triple stuffed Oreos.
They do.
The fatter parts of the country, definitely there's triple stuffed Oreos, okay? Now it's Oreo Thins. What the fuck is going on with my junk food?
Yeah.
Can you explain this? What the fuck is going on?
Here's all I can say about it, because as a fat piece of shit, when I go to 7-Eleven every day at the end of my run, I usually buy a cup of coffee, and if I haven't eaten lunch, I get usually like, a really classy 7-Eleven sandwich in a plastic wrap, which is so good, and chips. Yeah. But I go to the candy aisle. I never actually buy cookies like during the middle of the day, but I like to go through the cookie aisle just to see what's there, because there might be some new shit that I don't know about, and I have seen Oreo Thins. Now, all I've seen is the outside of the package, because I would never buy Oreo Thins. I would just buy Oreos, because they're thin enough. The whole point of Oreos is, as a self-respecting person, which, again, when it comes to sweets and garbage and candy, I'm not, because I look at a whole package of Oreos like, how do I describe this? Like a challenge from the universe. Like, Lou, there's 12 servings in here, but can we make it one? Yes, we can. We can absolutely make it one serving. So when I see Oreo Thins,
the battery closes now, which is awesome.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. Like, I want to go to. I wish I was in the meeting at Nabisco. Like, what we need? Thinner cookies to make fat people feel less fat, because I'm going to eat 7 times as much. Now, do they taste different? Probably not. Are they better for you? Absolutely not. If it's an Oreo, it's not good for you. That cream is not cream. It's like the bones of unbaptized children that they've converted to white cream. That tastes so good. Me personally, I love the cream, but I love the cookie better. The Oreo chocolate cookie is such a flavor, such a combination of chemicals and black dye that it tastes so good.
Let me say this too. My 2-year-old daughter loves Oreos, but the way she eats Oreos, she rips them apart and eats the frosting and then fucking tosses the other pieces. Okay? I can't even imagine what I'd do if I gave her Oreo Thins. Like the type of meltdown that would happen. This show wouldn't even be on right now if she was eating Oreo Thins right now. Yeah, I'd be tending to her needs, because she would be so devastated that I gave her this faggy treat. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. But
I judged somebody. I was at work and I saw somebody with it on the desk, and I literally under my breath was like, faggot. Like, I really was like that. Like, because I was like, how do you do that? How do you fuck up Oreos?
Well, if you want to talk about...
Because I thought I was a piece of shit for getting double stuffed Oreos.
Oh, I love them.
Like, I need more frosting. Someone goes, I need less frosting. This is way too fucking much right now. Can I write Nabisco? Dear Nabisco, it's probably my mom probably wrote. I don't know. Someone fucking wrote. Yeah. Someone really had to bug up their ass. And Nabisco was like, oh, shit, you know what? I don't know. We got to do this. We got to pull the plug on this.
You know what? I remember, like, when we were kids and you'd eat Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos was just frosting with some cookies on the side. It was like, hey, you know how you shouldn't eat frosting out of the can because it's just made of lard and sugar and color? We took that, put sprinkles in it, and gave you little graham crackers to dip into it.
And he always resented the amount of frosting.
Oh.
The frosting was never enough.
No.
I would tell my mom to pack me 2 Dunkaroos just to make sure that I'd have enough frosting, because it wasn't that I wanted to eat all the cookies. It was to make sure that each cookie had a fucking like pound of frosting on top of it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
After the show's over, I'm definitely going downstairs and eating at least one spoonful of chocolate frosting out of the cabinet. You ever do that, Kev? You ever actually just eat frosting out of a cake frosting container?
I did vanilla frosting though. I used to do.
I mean,
I was not a big chocolate frosting guy, but vanilla frosting I definitely did. But that was when I actually I wasn't really like a fat kid growing up. I only became like a fat kid probably, I don't know, junior high. I have no idea.
yeah, well, you
But
know what?
but you know
Look at
what?
pictures. Sometime in college when you decided to have 18 beers a day, that probably was the tipping point.
That was probably it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing I wanted to talk about is that this is just a random thing that I've always had in my head. I always hated the fact that I could never just go into a manhole or like a sewer grate and just enter the sewers like it's some labyrinth or tunnel that I could hang out in. Did you ever have that feeling though? Like every time you went, you tried, and you're like, ugh. And every time you watch a movie or a fucking TV show, it's so easy. It's almost like it was made of fucking paper. Like they just like almost like ripped it up with their fingers. Like, oh, we gotta get in, jump in.
Yeah.
We gotta escape the police. Into the sewers, everyone.
Yeah, in movies, it's always like an optional escape. You're like, oh God, cops! Flip and just
Yep.
jump down the sewer hole.
And it's a giant labyrinth with multiple tunnels, and you know the entire tunnel structure, like what tunnel leads to like
Yes.
Hoboken.
Yeah, movies are always like, yeah, this way's to the embassy, and they're like just like in the dark, just get their way and like pop out of another manhole, like, oh, we're here, we made it. But okay, so I was in construction. One, I've gone down the sewer, and some sewers in Manhattan look just like the ones they do in the movies, a big brick tunnel with water and shit and rats. And some are just electrical boxes full of electrical wires that are scary and
See, that's
horrifying.
bullshit. They need to fucking fix that.
Yeah,
Because
and
you're ruining like my dream. Like that down there is like this elaborate place.
Well, the sewer cap weighs 250 pounds. That's why
Why
it's
though?
so. I guess cars, when they run over it, it doesn't flip up and blow their tire out or hit a pedestrian. That's probably like a big reason.
Have you ever been able to lift a sewer manhole successfully?
Yeah, a bunch of times. There's a special tool. It looks like a crowbar.
No. I don't care about tools with your bare hands.
No, there's no fucking way. Because not only is it heavy, usually when they put the manhole cover back on and they tar the street, they tar over the manhole cover and then just clean it off. So little bits of tar always get in like the cracks and crevices. So it's always like a little bit of a seal. So no, you need a fucking tool. You can't just put your fingers in those holes and lift a manhole cover.
Did you ever think about robbing a bank before, but only if you could lift those manhole covers?
Like I said, if I was to rob a bank, obviously you want to escape down the sewer because that's what you're supposed to do. But I think in real life that doesn't happen. I think there's so many things I wanted to do but haven't because I know I can't get into the sewer easily.
So one thing I would do if I ever ran for president or elected office of any town or city, I would make those manhole covers like 15 pounds where any person could really lift them up. Because I think people really just need to see what's down there.
Yeah.
People speculating what the fuck is down there. I mean, you being in construction, obviously you've seen certain things. I mean, you're special. But the thing is, I've never been down there, and I'd like to go by myself. I don't want some fucking tool and all this other shit to like go down there. I just want to be like, oh, it's Tuesday. I want to go see what's down in my sewer.
Yeah,
and I don't fucking get to. It's bullshit.
You know what it is about the sewer? I understand that excitement. Like, you just want a place you can just go and hang out and have fun, but that you're not supposed to go and hang out and have fun in. That's the appeal. I love doing that, actually. I do that all the time, actually. I mean, not sewers, but every time I drive to go take, like, I go take photos on the weekends sometimes. If I see a sign that says no trespassing, guess what? I'm trespassing. I am. And I got in trouble one time. Not in trouble. I think we might have talked about this. Maybe not on the podcast, but I might have told you. So, like, this is like a month ago or two. I went out east to take photos, and I was by myself. And there was one place I drive past every day, and I wanted to take pictures. So what I did was I parked my car on the side of the road, and I was standing on the Long Island Railroad tracks to take pictures of the railroad tracks, like down the tracks, get that long shot where it's like it narrows at the at the center of the picture,
Mhm.
um, and what I did was I was standing on the tracks, and I'm not exaggerating. I was on the tracks for about 45 seconds. I get off the tracks. I'm walking over to my car, I'm taking a picture of something else, and a state trooper drives up, and he tells me that he got two calls, two, not someone like just called, two separate people called and said there was someone in the train tracks, and they're worried they were going to commit suicide. So I explained that I was not trying to commit suicide, and that if I was,
Did you tell him that you were trying to derail the train with your penis?
I should have at the time like thought of a joke, but I was actually more nervous than anything because when the cop walks up and starts, and he was cool. He wasn't being a dick at all, but I knew immediately that he wasn't just gonna be like. He didn't like look out of his window and go like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He got out of his car, approached me, and was having a conversation with me. So I didn't want to do anything. And he's like, "Yeah, you got two calls." And he's like, I was like, "Hey, is there any cool places? There's like an abandoned concrete factory over there." And he's like, "Yeah, if you go down this road, and towards the end there's a fence, and from the fence you can shoot in with a zoom lens." So in my head immediately I was thinking, I'm going in that fence. So where is it? And he told me where it was, and I went there, and like I think I'm trying to be cool, like, yeah, I'm gonna park here, get in and get out real quick before anyone can call. Meanwhile, apparently it takes 45 seconds of someone to fucking call the cops and them to fucking show up. It is West Hampton
Good
Beach.
response time.
No, great response time. And so I get there thinking like, yeah, no one's doing this kind of cool stuff. And when I get there, there's like a white couple walking their dog inside the abandoned concrete factory. And as I get there, they're like, "Can you hold the fence?" And like I held the fence as they like slipped through with their fucking Labrador to get out. And I just like took two quick pictures from the fence and left. I was like, "Fuck that! This isn't badass enough for me."
Right, it wasn't badass at all when you see that. That's
Yeah, like
awesome.
they were like, "Come on," they were like, "Come on, Apple Biscuit," and they like the dog has like a neckerchief that has like a picture of it on the fucking neckerchief. It's like
Right,
the
right.
whitest couple in the Americas, like just strolling around the abandoned concrete factory, like, "Oh, this place used to be something during the Industrial Revolution, but now it's nothing." I can't wait till they turn into an Applebee's, ooh, whatever. So
What
yeah,
was the dog's wait, one more time, what was the dog's name again?
Apple Biscuit, probably. I assume. I assume it was Apple Biscuit, but I want to end the show on that. Actually, I want to end the show on one thing: the snack thing. Okay, if you think Oreo Thins are terrible, and we want to talk about terrible snacks, and we can probably talk about this more next episode.
I got another thing for that too next episode. Yeah.
All right, so when I go to 7-Eleven, I always try new, granola bars or power bars, whatever. They have a snack. It's called Just something, like just this, like two. All their bars are just two ingredients. So I found one, and it's apple and coconut. So I'm thinking this is going to be delicious. It's just they took one apple and some coconut and pressed it into a bar and made
Okay.
like a fucking. It's like a granola bar just with fruit, right? So I
Uh-huh.
look at the ingredients, and that's what the ingredients are: one apple and coconut shreddings or whatever. I I get it. There's nothing. There's nothing else in it. Literally nothing else. It's just a mush bar pressed into a shape. And I bite into it, and you know what it tasted like? Garbage. It tasted like, you ever like bite into an apple, put it down, and like walk away for an hour and come back, and it's just the apple has rusted, like that. It just becomes like the apple just
So what is that
dies.
called? Coagulated? Is that what it
So
is?
I no, I guess they did. It was too organic. It was too natural. They took a real apple and pressed into a fucking candy bar shape and shoved into a foil wrapper, and it just became that brown, super sweet like mush flavor. So not only was it unenjoyable, it hurt my teeth. Like I bit into it and it hurt my teeth to eat it. And all I kept thinking driving back, because at this point I left 7-Eleven, was I should have just got cookies. I should have just got something horrible, because those things are always good.
Well, that's probably why there's Oreo Thins though. People are fucking eating that shit and going, I still want Oreos, but can we just leave the frosting out, please? Because I don't want to eat this bullshit right now.
Whatever. I'm gonna go eat some frosting right now, actually, before I edit the show. So, thanks for watching, Kev. Great talking to you, and next week,
Hey, it's been great.
peace. All right, man.
Hey, watch the show more, please, people. Please.
Oh yeah.
Just watch the fucking show.
Are you berating the audience for the end of the show? Watch the show. Hey, watch it. Watch it, buddy. Watch the show.